All right, how about $40? Maybe 25 bucks? How about a solid $12? I'm here at my friend's video game store trying to spend as much money as possible.
There's no way. No, can't do this. No.
I came into town with these 6 empty bins, and I don't want to leave until they're all full of video games. All right, RJ, so the total value of these is $155. What's the best you could do for me?
Shoot me that offer, Caleb.
Shoot me the offer? How about 90 bucks?
About 100.
100 bucks? Let's do it. That is what it looks like to get the ball rolling. As you guys know, in the resale business, you definitely have to spend money to make money. And right now, Erica and I are saving up for a house, so I definitely am looking to make as much money this month as I possibly can, which is why I'm here. And the convenient thing is, RJ happens to have a ton of back stock right now, so he's looking to unload stuff. So I think we can come to some deals today. These NES games are a good example of kind of what I'm looking for. Oftentimes I can get around sticker price after fees on Amazon, like with this Batman or this Dragon Warrior I know I've sold before. So basically any discount I can get off of retail will be around my profit on those games. One thing I honestly don't pay enough attention to is Dreamcast stuff. Some of it does sell pretty decent on Amazon, especially if it's in nice shape. Although I am having trouble finding anything else in this section that people would be likely to search a lot. The sales ranks are pretty high on Amazon, which means they don't sell all that much, so I'll probably pass on the rest of these. I also often sleep on these sports games just because I never played almost any of them as a kid. Oh, not that one though. That goes for $12. All right, so here's a few that I found from the retro section. NES, haven't touched the case yet. Total value on them is $65. I could be at $35 if that works. All right, here we go. Filling up bin number 1. I'd say now that we're on a roll, let's go ahead and tackle the coveted Gamecube section, which you guys know is always my temptation to go to right off the bat. Gonna be looking mostly for like complete stuff and any of the like high-ish. Out here it's mostly going to be like mid-dollar stuff, but that tends to do fairly well for me on Amazon when it's Oh, there's another Drome Racers. Am I the only one who's been missing out on this game? This is another thing to look out for. I was wondering why this game didn't scan for me. Turns out it's the Canadian version. You can tell by the French that is just all over this thing. Gonna put this one back because as we all know, nothing good comes out of Canada. Look at this photograph. I'm just kidding, everybody. Please don't unsubscribe, Canadians. I was just talking to someone last night that said Need for Speed Carbon is the best Need for Speed game. Is that actually true? I kind of like Top Pursuit. All right, what do you say to 35 bucks for this stack?
Yes, sir.
All right. Folks, I don't know about you. I feel like we're making great progress. I can hear my echoing. The problem that I do often run into in like the lower dollar sections like these is I can't often really make the kinds of offers that I want to because on lower dollar games, so much of my profit gets eaten up by shipping and fees, which is part of why I really gravitate more towards like the kind of mid to high dollar games if I can find them, like this WarioWare, for example. These Wii U games are another example that I couldn't find any on this shelf that I could get more than like $5 for after fees on Amazon, and on something like that, I just can't make a compelling offer. All right, so RJ instructed me to come outside and check out their outdoor clearance rack, believe it or not, which he's informed me they're looking to let go of all the games on here for super cheap. It does seem like they may have been out in the weather for a little bit, but hey, I mean, most of them are sealed, and if I can take them off his hands for a decent price, I'd love to. The problem is with sports games, and most of you guys know this, is that after the first year that they're released, they absolutely plummet in value. So like this one, you can see even in brand new condition, I'll get $2.76 after fees, which even if I'm paying $1, there's a good chance that that price will end up going down further, and it's just not worth the risk. NHL 21 though is a little bit more recent, maybe, well, technically it is a different story. $1.92 after fees. Good old Fallout 76, also exactly $1.92 after fees. Like, how weird is it to think that a lot of these game cases are actually worth more than the games themselves? Like, I've actually paid 50 cents or so a piece for cases, and I'm thinking about making an offer just for that. RJ, I hate to do this, but I think I'm gonna disappoint you on the clearance rack. Also, I do just want to say that I love Malcolm Gladwell. I love mooses. I'm still feeling bad about the Canada joke from earlier, and I just want to set the record straight.
How are you clowning Canada when you live in Kentucky?
So folks, I'm slowly but surely making some progress on putting some stacks together over here, but honestly, the offers that I can make on them aren't that good, so we'll have to see if we're able to add it or not. I'm trying to find more stuff in the PS2 section over here that I can add to the batch and maybe cushion the blow a little bit. Maybe somewhere in the PS3 section, like, I don't know, Dishonored, FIFA 11. Boy, I'm really getting desperate at this point. I'm really not having a lot of luck in the Xbox section either. Managed to find one Guitar Hero game that might work, so we'll just have to see. All right, RJ, you ready for some bad offers?
100%.
I can do 10 apiece on these and 5 on this stack.
Yeah, you know what? Go ahead.
You sure?
100%.
That's not too low for you?
No, I told
All right,
you.
I want to fill as much as I can up. By the way, shout out to this $1,000 Staravia over here. If anybody needs a reverse holo of that guy, you know where to find it. So one thing that's catching my eye this time around that I really haven't looked at in the past are these Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games. They're kind of inconspicuous down here, but I wouldn't be surprised if there actually is some decent value in those little cases down there. Uh-oh, and RJ has just brought out a little sealed stack from the back that definitely, he knows me well. He knows this is my jam. I hope that I can deliver on the prices for these. You can never really tell with sealed stuff, but definitely the kind of stuff we'll be looking up. All right, so SOCOM is one of those that I actually can't sell. Amazon says no, and we will spank you if you do. Spider-Man 2 has no rank. That's a little weird. Cold Fear I am allowed to sell. It does have it has a little bite taken out of it over there, but I think I could still be at 50 for this one if that's okay. We got the thumbs up. The Godfather is interesting. Okay, this one I can sell. I think I could be at 40 for that. All right, Tonka Rescue Patrol doesn't really sell fast enough for me, so I'll leave you with that one. Ooh, Dinotopia. Okay, folks, this one is kind of exciting because even without the plastic wrap, I know that this goes for 30 plus, I would say. But brand new, who knows? Sky's the limit on this one. Okay, maybe not the sky, but you know, the top of a building or so. I could be at 30 on that. Okay, Freestyle Metal X. This is one I don't think I ever got for the GameCube Gambit. Yeah, this one, the rank is super high, so I'll probably have to pass on that. I mean, I don't know. I would do 20 if you want. I don't know if that's worth it for you. Hard to pass up on a $20 sealed GameCube game. Vex is interesting. There's no listing for it in new condition on Amazon. I'm just gonna pull a number out and say 40. All right, going on the stack. And finally, folks, Ratatouille, man, it's not often that you see this many sealed GameCube games. I'm pretty uncertain on that, but I think I could be at 30 for this as well. All right, folks, so $210 later in sealed games. I'm feeling a little bit more rosy about the whole thing. All right, let's see what kind of Game Boy Advance glory there is in here. Ooh, horses. Incredible Hulk is interesting. All right, so nothing crazy in that one. Oh man, is this 3D printed? I really like that. Game & Watch Gallery is interesting. Dang, I remember that movie. That's crazy. Ooh, Game & Watch Gallery 2. I'll make it a pair. All right, so you had 15 on this. What would you say to 10 bucks?
That sounds fantastic.
All right, and then this one, Rapid Fire, Dracula's Curse. Could you do 30 on that?
Yes, I could.
All right, and then what about Pokemon Ranger Shadows of Almia? I could do 35.
Cool.
We're on a roll, folks. And what about this drawer back here full of games? Would you do like, I don't know, 55?
This whole drawer right here?
Yeah, just that one, you know.
Yeah. No. That's
I heard yeah.
Yeah, no.
Riff, cut it at yeah. Yeah, just that one, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, I actually would like to look at that though. I'm curious. Ooh, very nice. Nice little surprise there.
There's also that drawer.
Oh, wow. Do those handhelds work in it down there?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take a look at that too for sure. Emerald not working. Okay, so you got, is this just kind of your miscellaneous low dollar? Oh, what's this? Some Donkey Kongs? All these just kind of miscellaneous, like not really worth putting out in the case kind of stuff. Yeah, this is the kind of stuff that I'd probably, you know, lot up and sell that way. Well, Japanese one, Conkers is cool. 35, are these actually like rare? I'm surprised that's worth so much. So definitely an eclectic mix of stuff in here from Japanese to miscellaneous, Mortal Kombat that's cool. Then there's some like random like emulation and repro stuff. So I don't know. I mean, would you be interested in selling just the whole bin?
Of course.
Okay. So what would be a number that actually would make you happy on it?
What about like a price per game?
Okay, sure. Yeah. What would you be thinking? Take those two and just do the Game Boy?
Just do the Game Boy.
Okay.
What sounds good to you, and then we'll work from there.
So here's my concern is I'm thinking a lot about like the Japanese stuff and the repros and like stuff I won't be able to sell. You're probably thinking a lot about like the Mortal Kombats and the Marios that are in here. And so I don't know, I'm a little bit nervous. This is a dangerous place to be in, folks, making the first offer on a big tub like this. A price per game, I would say, I mean, so tell me this. I know I can make a better offer if we do only US games. Is that any more like worthwhile to you?
Yeah,
like, is that still appealing?
We can do that.
What would you think about like $2 a game?
About $3 a game.
Let me take another quick look and see, like just looking at the US stuff, and I think we're at least close. I have a good feeling.
If you want to take the Japanese games for like $1 a piece.
Do $1 a piece on those? Okay, yeah, I would do that. What if we did $2.50? Would that be fair on the English ones? All right, $2.50 on those and $1 a piece on the Japanese. All right, well, let's count it up. All right, folks, the final tally has been made. $494 for all of these Game Boy games. Time will tell whether it ends up being a solid investment. I don't think that I could really lose much money. I think there are a solid number of really solid titles in here. I think that I'm gonna do just fine on deals like this that are kind of a shot in the dark. You kind of don't really know until you start listing everything, but I'm pretty stoked either way. All right, folks, so bin number 2 coming in hot. Oh shoot, we got some nice ones in here. I'm guessing, do these ones have like dry batteries?
They're labeled cheaper if they have driven.
Okay, so they're marked. Wow, all kinds of handhelds, and you're saving some good stuff in here. You guys have been holding out on me. Mario 3. Dang, look at all this stuff in here. Why don't we just go rapid fire on this? I'll just make offers from memory, and we can see how it goes. Pokemon Stadiums, I know that I can be at 20 a piece if that's interesting. Can't do that. Game Boy Colors. Oh, that's one. Okay, gotcha. Probably am too far off on those. These I know I can be at 40 a piece if they have chargers, if that's interesting.
That's fine.
We can add those. Platinum. Probably we'll have to pass on that. Banjo, I can be at 25.
That's fine.
Okay, we'll do that. Donkey Kong, I can do 25.
That works.
Okay. And on Platinum, I'll say 75, even though that's maybe a little low.
Can you do 80?
You know, we've done so much business, I'll go ahead and do 80. We'll top it off with 80, and I think we can go ahead and call it there. All right, Antonio, everything is added up now. Hit me with our final total of the day.
$12.45.
$12.45, folks. I would say that's a pretty solid first stop, especially given that this isn't even the last store that we're going to today. So folks, even though at this point we only have one bin worth of stuff, I'm definitely feeling better than I was before. Cause after spending $1,200, I feel less like I'm letting RJ and the boys down. And by the way, folks, can we just talk about how crazy it is that just under 4 years ago, I was starting this business with $500 to like start the whole business, inventory, supplies, and everything. And I just spent $1,200 at a single stop. Like, I don't know, every time I think about it, it just makes me happy.
I like money.
Folks, the only other store in town whose owner I know is Game Hub. So this is gonna be our last chance to try to fill up as many of these 5 bins and spend as much money to make as much money as we possibly can. So Ryan, I've got a random first request for you. Do you have any loose Gamecube games? Just okay. This is I'm actually looking for cheap ones, believe it or not.
Possibly in the back room.
In the back room, he says. All right, let's take a look. Ooh, so get a load of this, folks. This is not something that you see every day. The Target Red Game Boy Advance. So I definitely can at least make you an offer on this one. I think I could be at 60.
We'll do it.
All right, folks, the ball is rolling. This honestly is probably the kind of thing that I'll throw in that Whatnot auction as well. Filling up bin number 1. Dang, folks, all 3 variants of the 2DS XL. I don't know if you're gonna love my numbers on these. I can be at 120 a piece.
I'd take 150.
I think that's probably around what you have in them, if I had to guess. Looks like they are actually doing a bit better than I thought. You said you'd want to be at 150 on them?
Yeah, 150 a piece would be great.
Would you do 145?
That'll work.
Okay, let's do that. So they didn't have any tested disc-only GameCube games. I think I might have cleaned them out last time. Riff, you can show a little tidbit of my ReNixP sale video of making an offer on a ton of disc-only GameCube games. But I'm thinking if I can find enough in the $10 or under range over here, I might be able to convince them to wiggle a little bit more than usual. If I put together enough of these $10 ones, do you think you could get me to 4 a piece?
Yeah, that would probably be fine.
My man. All right, folks, 27 games later. We still definitely have a good long way to go. So folks, you guys know what I get excited about right off rip is all this high dollar stuff in the glass case. But before I make more offers on those, I'm gonna pace myself and go back to the cheaper section. The other thing that I'm thinking about right now is he said that they have apparently a whole bunch of Xbox One consoles in the back. You guys know I don't normally like dealing with full-size consoles, but at the same time, if it's a bunch of them and they're tested and they're reset and I don't have to do a lot of work with them, sometimes I'll make an exception. So I can see the last one that I sold on Amazon went for $215. That's gonna be a little bit under $200 after fees. So if I can get them for like a little under $100, I might have to do it. So after much searching, here are the PlayStation 1 games that I was able to pick out of that section. It's just stuff that sells fairly quick on Amazon, so I'm gonna go ahead and make offers on all of these guys. I think these two will probably only be in like the $5 range. The Harry Potters will be 10-ish, and then these ones will be somewhere above that. All right, folks, so here's the update. We settled on 65 a piece on these PSPs. Believe it or not, 25 for this DSi. He said throw me a low offer. Apparently he's tired of looking at it. And I have some offers for you on these PS1 games. We'll go low to high. So these two I can be at 5 a piece.
That's fine.
Okay, these two I can be at 8 a piece.
That's fine.
$10.
Yep.
15.
Yep.
And I can do 20 a piece on these.
Yep.
And Ryan, we already talked numbers on these PlayStation 4 consoles. We did a ton of them last time. A good chunk of those have actually already sold, if you guys remember that video. What did you have in mind on the Xboxes?
Like 80 a piece.
80 a piece. I think I'd probably have to take you up on that. Yeah, that'd be hard to pass up. So we stay tuned. We may do a future deal for those. Right now, I don't think they're tested, but there may be more to come on that. These PS4s, on the other hand, are all tested and ready today. It looks from what I'm seeing like they are in pretty physical shape, so I'll be paying between $150 and $175 per unit on these, and they do come complete with all of their like controller and cord bundles and everything that makes my life a little bit easier. On the PSP 3000s, I think I could be at 75. Is that reasonable? For pretty much, those ones do sell faster for me, so pretty much as many as you want to sell at that price I can take. Just got 2 of them?
I've got more.
Okay. Oh dang, you weren't kidding. Wow. Whole stack of them. And I think the silvers do just as well for me, so that should be just fine. Folks, check out this custom Game Boy. Not only is it backlit and reshelled, but look at this. You can change the screen color by tapping. How awesome is that? What a time to be alive, man. Touchscreen Game Boys. What are you selling these yellow boys for, Ryan? 60. Okay, that makes sense. I was gonna say, I normally actually, weirdly enough, that's kind of a bolo for you guys if you find them cheap at your game store. They go for like 50 or so for me on eBay pretty quick. All right, so Ryan, what's the battery situation like on these bad boys?
Most of those should have good batteries.
But they haven't been like tested individually or anything at one point. Well, tell me about the yellow versions, because fairly decent idea what I can get for these.
I like to get 40 a piece.
You'd like to be at 40. If I did all of them, how'd you feel about 35?
We can do that.
That fair? All right, folks, I'm taking a little bit of a gamble on these. Hopefully most of them will have their batteries working, because if they do, I know I can get more for them on Amazon, but even dry battery, I won't lose money at 35. 1, 2, 3, yep, 6 of them.
That's cheap.
So folks, I can already feel this episode is a little bit chaotic. My apologies for that, but it is an accurate glimpse into what these kinds of days are actually like. So check out what I'm looking at right now. He just whipped out this bag of all of these first-party Game Boy Advance games. You just saw me make offers on this stuff. I also did this whole pile for 45 a piece, because these all have been tested and have good batteries, so those will all go on Amazon. But I'm gonna go through rapid fire right now and make you some offers on some of this stuff. So DK64, I know I can be at 20 a piece.
Let's do it.
Okay, so those are going in the yes pile. Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, I know I can also be at 20 a piece.
I'd take 25 a piece if you want them.
I'd probably do that for a few, but I wouldn't be able to do that for all of them just because I'm not completely sure what they'll sell for. Let's talk about the Pokemons because I can do 50 a piece on those.
I definitely couldn't do that.
Definitely cannot do that. What were you looking for on those? 75. Yeah, that'd be a little slim for me, honestly. I'll probably pass on those for today. The Mario Advances, I think I could do 15 a piece.
We'll do that.
Okay, getting the momentum moving again with these guys. So tell me about Minish Cap. That's probably one of the biggest ones on this table.
Yeah, that's a very hot seller for me.
Okay, you can keep that one then.
Where would you want to be at on it?
I'd probably be at like 75, 90. All right, yeah, you can hold on to it for now. Maybe if it sits for a while, we'll get it later on. Super Circuit, I can be at 12 a piece.
That's a little bit too low.
A little too low on that. Yoshi's Island, I can be at, so for the really nice copy, I can be at 15. And for the other ones, I could probably be at 10.
I'd let you get the two nice ones for 15 a piece.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'll do 15 a piece on those.
There are 11 of these. Do you want to do 250 for all of them? So it's basically you pay 25 a piece for 10 to get the one for free.
How much did you say? 250 for all of them?
250 for all 11 of them.
You know what? I'll go ahead and do that. I don't want to. That's basically $2 off a piece, and you know, for a swing of $3, I don't want to leave all this product on the table. Most of these high dollar ones I'll probably pass on for now just because they don't sell super often, but Golden Sun, the Lost Ark, if it interests you, I can be at 25.
We'll do 25.
All right, going on the stack.
Would you like to get all 6 of these games for 140?
For 140 for the 6 of them. So that would put me just under 25 a piece for these guys. I'll probably hold off on that for now. I do appreciate it though. I just, you know, I'd have to go on eBay with them and ew. Very graceful. And now, folks, it is time for the moment you've all been waiting for, the high dollar GameCube game section. Ooh, this section's exciting. Look at this, 4 copies complete, all complete of Twilight Princess. We got random Resident Evil up there. So we're gonna have to hit Ryan up with the nicest numbers we can, the nice numbers, and see if we can come away with some of these. Okay, so Paper Mario, man, I could do 80.
Then you can swing 90.
90, I'd probably honestly only make 10 bucks, so I'll pass on that one for now. Mario Party 5, I could be at 50.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, we got one, folks. We're on the board. The one random PS1 game, I know I can be at 34. Is that close enough? Okay. These ones, I don't have the best room, but I could do all of them for 75 a piece, if that's interesting.
So you said 75 a piece?
Yeah.
If you take these for 90 a piece, I'll do 75 a piece on those.
The trouble is, this one has no manual, so I don't think I could get 90 on it, so we'll hold off on these for now. Maybe I can bundle something else in the future for the 75. So for example, these two, I know I could be at 40 a piece, even though they don't have their manuals. A little tough on that one. Let's keep going. I'm trying real hard, folks. We gotta find something that's, oh, they're all so close. Wind Waker, how about 60?
Okay.
Okay, 60 for Wind Waker. And what about, I'll sweeten these up a little bit at 80 a piece.
Okay.
All right, folks, that feels a little bit better to me. We did a little bit of damage in the GameCube section. Now, folks, am I gonna get rich on these games? No, I'll probably make like 20, 25 or so a piece, but as you can see, they're in really nice condition. I don't think I'll have any return issues with them, and they should be nice quick sales. And folks, say what you will about how tedious it is to ship consoles out. You have to admit, they are definitely good for filling bins up and making you feel like you've had a productive day. Kind of hard to believe that all the negotiation, all the purchasing, all everything that I've done so far at this store has not even filled up one bin so far if you exclude the PS4s. That's wild. You know, I was in Vancouver recently. Lovely city. Honestly, lovely country. Just the whole country, absolutely fantastic. Canadians, please do not unsubscribe from me, I beg you. Well, folks, this is what the charger box looks like when you buy a couple dozen handhelds at once. Also, for the last purchase of the day, came away with 4 black and 1 gold Game Boy SPs for around 80 to 85 a piece. Ryan, hit me with the grand total damage for the day.
$5,554.
$5,554 at this stop alone. Crazy. And folks, rather than going through some of these highlights myself, I think it's high time for an editor riff voiceover.
Alright, my friends, my folks, the first thing I want to talk about is a couple GameCube games. I especially love the GameCube because I made my whole audience think I loved that console. Classic me. Next, Final Fantasy. I don't care about the NES, that's really old games. Then these old white bags. But you know what's better than white bags in all these games? Riff from Pixel Game Squad started a Patreon. Go check it out. We really love our editor, Riff.
Thanks so much for that one, Riff, and I just want to say yes, you can have a raise in the number of hours that you're allowed to work, because I'm going to send you so many revisions on this video. Boom! So at the end of the day, folks, did we end up coming away with 6 bins worth of stuff? No, but it's hard to count the day of loss when we spend $6,800 on inventory that I think I should be able to get processed and off to Amazon this week with Spanky and make in the neighborhood of $3,000+ profit when it all sells, which will make a huge difference to Erica and I in the moving process. Thank you guys so much for coming along, and I'll catch you all on the flip.